What's up, guys? What's going on? Campbell coming at you with a review. Apologies for the lighting out here, but anyway, shout out ForceField, my protector, my go-to protector. I put it on most of my shoes, almost all my shoes. If it's not protecting it, it's protecting my toe box with a decreaser. Not one of those things that I like to do promo-wise, but like, you know I use this stuff, so I don't mind shouting this out in every single video, and these do have quite a bit of plush material on them, so ForceField is definitely the way to go. Link in the description if you want to check out their webpage, and let's get into this bad boy. So I have the sneakers here. I was doing a photo shoot today using this paper. This is not the paper that comes with them, so showing it to you just to let you know I have them out for a reason because I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. And it was a slide box. I guess I'll just do this real quick. Slide box, black. Box is taking a beating today. Size 11. I didn't have a chance to try them on. This is kind of like a rush deal. I wanted to grab my pair or my size, but I think I may need to try 10.5. We'll talk about sizing towards the end of the video. But yeah, slide box, NRG, Nike Air Max, Bacon, Dave Ortiz, Crease, DQM, Dave's Quality Meats. This is a 17-year-old remake in the making, I guess you could say. Retroed to perfection. I will definitely say that. 2004, I definitely didn't cop a pair of Bacons. A couple years later, they were on my radar. Not enough for me to be like, oh, I need them, but definitely something that was always there in the back of my mind for a shoe that I should probably try and cop at some point. And then it gets to the certain year mark, and you're like, you don't want to spend X amount of dollars on a shoe that's probably going to crumble. And the last time I saw a really decent pair was probably like 6 years ago, 5 years ago at Crepe City over in London. And the seller really didn't want that much money for them, but I just kept looking at them like, damn, I don't want to put them on and they crumble after all this time of trying to get them. So I'm super happy that they retroed, re-released, however you want to label it. They were supposed to drop last year for Air Max Day. I would assume that it was a COVID-related issue as to why they didn't release them, but I also would think that it may have been something with rights and collaboration and what have you, since this was originally a collaboration. And I didn't hear anything about DQM when they were trying to re-release these, so it's, you know, it's one of those things where like you don't know, but maybe. But anyway, that's my speculation on why they didn't release last year in tandem with COVID, and this year we got them alongside the clots. I prefer these, not gonna lie. Not a fan of my socks being that visible on my toe box, but anyway, this is definitely a banger. I don't know if I like the word banger. This is definitely one of those shoes that you, as an Air Max collector or enthusiast for sneakers, or just a lover of kicks, should definitely have. And if you can get your hands on them, I would suggest highly doing so. I think that they hit almost the entire retro of the shoe. It's almost to a T. I mean, the color on the toe box and the collar over here was maybe a little bit browner, maybe. The pairs that I've seen and almost purchased were a little bit darker in this shade here, closer to the inside liner color. But outside of that, I think they did a really good job hitting the target on this. And I think I have a pair of 90s right here. I don't really have to go too hard off the silhouette. I've worn these, obviously. There's a little bit wear and tear in there. But, I mean, outside of some of the tooling and some of the shape on the shoe, this is the Air Max 3 shape from the retro on this 90, and this is more of a maybe a couple years after, because you can see the mudguard here is a little bit higher and more flailed out as opposed to the other shoe, and that's like over time you saw that shape change. You can also see the shapes of the toe box be a little bit different, so this isn't the exact 90, but it's also not as high as the newest style of 90. It's almost like a mid boot cut, so I appreciate that as well. Still love this silhouette more. Anyway, back into the shoe itself. You got all those premium lush hits on the toe box. I'm gonna get a little closer and show you guys what I mean. I have to go this way and then turn it so you can see the shadowing and the creasing on the supple leather that's on this toe box, or whatever you want to call this material. You got a nice nubuck on this red. It feels super plush, I will say that. A little bit of nap to it, not too much. I'm not going to get that ash effect, but it feels super premium, which I can appreciate as well. You have like this ribbed plastic that's on here, which is kind of indicative of most of the hits on the Air Max 90 when you get them, but it just reminds me of like grilled bacon. I mean, it's just the plastic they always use, but it's nice that it kind of lends a hand to the actual theme of the sneaker. Pink leather on the swoosh. You got pink rubber on the Nike moniker on the heel. It's on both. Everything is mirrored. I don't really have to show you both, but I'll do it. And then that brown stamping again on the outer portion of the moniker, super clean. Leather around all of this. And the cheapest feeling part of the shoe is like this Durabuck that's down here on the mudguard that wraps all the way around. That's probably the worst feeling part of the sneaker. Everything else feels super nice. Clean. I don't even know what the price point is on these sneakers. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nike Air on the footbed down there in pink with a red footbed around it. Pink on the mesh on the tongue, and then you got brown tag with the red Nike moniker just above it or embroidered into it. Leather, super supple on here, on this liner inside here. I don't know if I could show you just how nice this is, but it's like super soft. Like, I'm not even really doing much, but you can see it moving around, which I appreciate as well. I feel like they did a lot of targeting with material on this. Like I said, worst part is this Durabuck here. Brown outsole. We got our pink air unit inside here. If we're talking about the retro, I think StockX has the best photo of a good looking 2004 version or model or shoe. I'll post that up alongside of one of these, or however I do it, it'll be in here somewhere. I think they did a really good job hitting the mark on this. I think the air bubble was the only thing that might have been a little bit smaller. Based on the pictures and from like my recollection and the shading that I think I may have mentioned, but this is my third time shooting this review, so maybe not. It's a little bit darker on the shading of this toe box and collar. Outside of that, great job. You got extra laces. I'll put this here. You got a coffee brown that's in here. Then you got red, and then you got pink. It really does match or lend to the theme again with the bacon. You got your what are these? These are the inserts for your arch supports. I didn't wear them when I got them in the 90s. I'm not gonna wear them now, but it's dope that they threw that in there as like a homage to the original dropping of the shoe. I'm not necessarily going to leave these laces in here. I do like this one the most as of right now, but moving forward, I'm probably gonna take that sail lace that's in the mochas out and put them in here. Or try and find another pair of sail laces to put inside here, just because I feel like it would give it a much better look than the contrast that's on here now. Even though this color isn't bad, it matches the liner on the inside. I don't think the red is going to lend itself well because it doesn't match the actual shoe. It looks close in the camera, but it's not. And then the pink might be a nice hit because it's far enough away from the swoosh, but then you got it inside the tongue. I don't know. I think the sail would probably look the best inside the sneaker. So anyway, that's probably where I'm going to go. But I will say this for sizing. I have an 11 here. I tried it on. It fits, but this material is super supple and super soft. And I feel like after a couple of wears, the shoe is going to break in tremendously. And instead of going with the 11, I should probably just go TTS or stay true to size and get the 10.5. So I'm going to see if I can do that before they release fully, and then we'll take it from there. But anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, I would like to know your opinions on them. If you had the original, definitely hit me up. If you did not and you're curious about getting the pair, let me know your thoughts if you do get them. And that's it. I'm pretty much good on today's review. So thumbs up are always appreciated, and I am out of here. Peace. Also, lastly, I forgot to throw this into the review, so it'll be on the back half. Probably. Shout out to All the Right and Queens Bully. If you are from Queens or in the Queens area or in the New York area, one of the boroughs, whatever, hosting a raffle for the next 2 days, which will be Tuesday and Wednesday. I think that's the 23rd and 24th. Thursday's the 23rd and 24th of March for this release. You just have to go to one of the either locations, so Queens Bully or All the Right. Take an Instagram story or picture on your Instagram story, swipe up, get to Queens Bully as the location tag or one of their gifts, at All the Right, at Queens Bully, and then put your shoe size and it automatically enters you, or it enters you into the raffle for the shoes. Try to do something a little bit more organic and fun for this release because I feel like, you know, it's lending a hand to the actual bacon aspect, and Queens Bully specializes in bacon. They do a lot of different bacon dishes. So they will come, if you win them, with a vacuum sealed pack of bacon, smoked bacon from Queens Bully. So super dope on that end as well. But yeah, only if you win the shoe will you be able to get it, but some winners will be selected to pick up on Saturday from Queens Bully, and there'll be some extras for them. So dope. If you guys are able to do the raffle, definitely hop in there. It'll be like a good organic way to try and get a pair. No guarantees, but you know,